This is Lisa for I Am Radio. This week I've been thinking about self-care, and a lovely woman said to me a phrase last week called mind your pow, which is a Scots term, Fife term for mind your head, watch your head, watch your head, bump your head. And it's, I just thought it was, that lovely Scots colloquial way of putting something, which is a bit of self-care and concern, hidden behind some humour, some droll Fifer humour. I love that. The last few months, I've been going 100 miles an hour. I've been going home, having a to-do list, working through it, thinking that I need to go 100 miles an hour to get where I'm needing to go, to be in what I want to be. And I found in the last few weeks that actually slowing down and having a donder and having a walk and taking a moment, you actually get a hell of a lot more done. You're happier. You're a lot happier and you get a hell of a lot more done. Let me tell you a story. I was last Friday lunchtime, I was wandering about a Fife town, and I was I had a couple of bags in my hand. They were quite heavy, and then I thought, right, I'll get something for my lunch. So I passed this baker's. And I wandered into the baker's, and my eye instantly hits upon the sausage rolls at the sale, which are absolutely awesome. And I said to the lady behind the till, I says, "Can I please have this Coke, and can I have this two sausage rolls? Not just one, two, because I was particularly hungry that day." So I had, 5 bags in my hand. There was a queue developing at the back of me, and when I went into the purse, I only had a couple of pounds. I only had enough for one sausage roll and one Diet Coke. I was like, okay, that's the universe telling me I don't need them. So I said to the lady, I says, sorry to be a pain, I don't want to waste your time by using my card. Can I just take the one sausage roll? She says, oh, absolutely, no problem, hen, no problem. So I'm putting my purse back in my bag and getting myself ready to leave the shop. And as I'm leaving the shop, she says to me, "You've forgotten your roll." So I took it, said thank you, and put it in my bag. And I ended up sitting at one of the, those little seating waiting areas in the middle of the shopping centre that I was at. And I sat down, and I saw that the lady had given me the sausage roll, whether she'd bought it herself. She'd bought it herself and given it to me, and that's why I'm not naming the shop, because I don't want her to get into trouble. But this lovely, kind lady who saw me carrying all those bags and saw me being overwhelmed for a minute, too much on my plate, and she decided just to be kind, because she could. It made me quite teary, actually, because I thought this lady's seen something that I can't see myself. She's she's maybe seen that I was maybe needing 2 sausage rolls that day instead of 1. But it was so lovely, when a complete stranger sees something that you don't see yourself. And I was overwhelmed with that. So I ended up, I still thought I was wrong, I had the 2 of them, and I didn't want to go back and get in any trouble. So what I did was I went along to the High Street area, and there was a homeless man sitting, so he ended up with a sausage roll. And it seemed wrong for me to keep it. It was like I was meant to pay it forward to someone else. It was, it's like circumstances when they find you, they sometimes aren't for you. They're for you to have the opportunity to help another person. And I'm still thinking about that story. I'm still smiling about it. And, it reminds me of us. It happens quite a lot to me. I'm very lucky. Random acts of kindness. Whenever I go through to Edinburgh to do some ancestral research, I always end up picking up, if it's a midweek through the midweek, it's the copy of Metro. And in the Metro there is a column which I absolutely love. I wouldn't read, I wouldn't necessarily find I had to read the rest of the paper, but I would want to read this column. And the column is the Good Deed Feed. And what it is people are writing in and emailing in and tweeting in and whatever it may be to thank others for acts of kindness. And you go through and it's sometimes, it's a message to somebody on a particular bus, on a train, at a shop. It's usually associated with travel. But it's someone that's been stuck. Someone that's been stuck in a jam, and someone else has saw it and came forward and reacted with absolute kindness. Oh, I love that. Because we give ourselves a hard time as humans, as, ever thinking, always thinking humans. We think about this situation and that situation, and people are mostly kind. People, when you present them with an opportunity to help another, they're kind. What a wonderful world we live in. It's not all bad. Don't get me wrong, there's bad bits. There are bits we could do better. There's bits we could change. There are bits we could think about more. But inherently within people is a kindness and a willingness to help others in whatever form that may be. It was almost like a triangle, and that's what I picture I get in my head. It's like a triangle of, one thing connecting to another. So maybe that story I've told you about the sausage roll story, maybe that was about not so much me being offered kindness, but it was about that man sitting in the street and getting some food. Maybe that's what it all came down to. But whatever the circumstances, I feel very grateful and very appreciative to be part of it. So that's my story about being reminded not to go 100 miles an hour. And I'm recording this, and you're hearing the ambient noise of the cars, and it's like sometimes when you're driving your car and you're driving it along a busy road, and you're like, I need to be at this place by a certain time because I've got to do this, I've got to do that, and then you look out the window and you see the sunshine, or you see the sea, which in Fife we have this amazing coastline. I see that, that beautiful tree as I drive past. I see that older couple walking down the road, smiling at each other, they're holding hands. And there's, when you're not going 100 miles an hour and thinking about what your destination is and where you want to be, you allow yourself just to sit here in the moment and look and see what's around you. And what's around you is beauty. Not aesthetic beauty, not Instagram beauty, not but true soul beauty. So I'm recording this looking at the sea again. I think this is my new recording studio. I'm looking at the sea, I'm looking at the ships in the harbour, I'm looking at the water flickering as it's hit by the light of the sun. I'm looking at the gang of crows around me that are hanging about wanting some food. So it's a quick one. This is so if you get the chance to do an act of kindness, take it. It's not necessarily sometimes for you, it's sometimes for someone else. This is Lisa for I Am Radio. Speak to you soon.